హాయ్ అండి, నా పేరు విజయ నిర్మల. జుట్టు పెరగడం మొదలయ్యింది.
వేరుశనగ తీస్తాము, ఆముదం తీస్తాము.
ఊరుగా మన ముందే తయారు చేసి ఇస్తున్నాడు.
So, our concept is about Java database connectivity, JDBC, which stands for Java Database Connectivity. Java Database Connectivity. So, to communicate our Java application with database, we are having different scenarios. Okay, to communicate our application with database, there will be one mediator. That mediator is nothing but a driver. Okay, by using this driver only, we are going to communicate our application with database. By using driver, we are going to communicate our application with the database. Okay, and one more thing what you need to observe here is basically we are having four types of drivers. Okay, what are the four types of drivers we are having? Basically four types of drivers in database JDBC. Okay, these are what basic things is. First one is JDBC ODBC bridge driver. JDBC ODBC bridge driver. Second one is native API driver. Third one is net protocol driver. And next one is pure Java driver. Totally we are having four types of drivers. But basically we are going to work with only pure Java driver. We are not going to work with all these things. Why? Because we are having some limitations. So basically we are going to work with pure Java driver. When it comes to JDBC ODBC bridge driver, here the limitation is it is developed by using C language. So by default C is what? Platform dependent. This is the against the rule of Java. So that's why we are not going to work with JDBC ODBC bridge driver. Okay. Second one is native API driver. Native API driver means whenever you are working with native API driver, every time we need to add some libraries. Okay, some group of libraries we are going to add. So it will be a burden to the developer. That's why we are not going to work with native API driver also. And the next one is net protocol driver. Net protocol driver means basically whenever you are working with net protocol driver, it is related to Java only, developed by using Java only, but it is protocol dependent. It is what? Protocol dependent. For example, if you work with a particular protocol, only with that protocol only we can work. With other protocols we cannot work. Okay, protocol, for example, if you are working with HTTP protocol, it cannot work with remaining other protocols. That is what the limitation of net protocol driver. It is what? Protocol dependent. And the last one is pure Java driver. Pure Java driver means completely it is developed by using Java. We are going to work with pure Java driver only. It is developed completely by using Java. So these are the four types of drivers we are having to communicate our Java application with database. So first we need to know what are the steps to communicate our Java application with database. Okay, these are the basic steps to communicate our application with database. And you need to remember that to communicate our application with any database, what we need one driver. Okay, we need one driver name. Next one is URL. For every database they will be having one URL, right? There will be a username, and next one is password. These are the things we are having. Okay, driver name, URL, username, and password. Now observe here. First we need to know what are the steps to communicate our application with database. What are the steps to communicate Java application with database? So what are the steps to communicate our Java application with database? The basic steps are, first we need to load the driver. Means for each and every database there will be one driver. the driver we need. For example, if you are working with MySQL database, MySQL driver we need to load. Okay. For example, if you are working with Oracle database, Oracle driver we need to load. Okay. Now, second thing is what? We need to create connection object. We need to create what? Connection object. And third one is create statement object. Third one is we need to create statement object. Fourth one, after creating a statement object, we need to execute the queries. By taking the help of statement object, we are going to execute the queries. Finally, we need to close the connection. We need to close the connection. Totally, we are having 5 steps to communicate any Java application with database. Okay, fine. So, clear till now? What are the steps to communicate our application with database? Totally, we are having 5 steps. What are those? Load the driver, create connection object, create statement object, execute the queries, and then close the connection. So now see here, I'm creating a separate project. File, new, 1 minute. Here I'm going to select Java only. Click on OK. Then create a package. Right click, new package, com.mother.jdbc. Oh, sorry, I need to create a project, right? File, new Java project. So I'm creating a new project here. Project name, let us take, I'm taking here JDBC project. Click on finish. Now create a package. Right click on src, new package, com.mother.jdbc. Click on finish. Now see here, I'm going to create a class, new class. First I want to create a table. I want to create a table by using Java program. Whenever I run my application, automatically the table need to be created. Okay. Click on so observe carefully these points, most important. Okay. Just only we have 5 steps. By using those 5 steps only, we are going to communicate our Java application with database. What are the 5 steps we are having? First, we need to load the driver. Second one is we need to create connection object. Then create a statement object, execute the queries, and finally close the connection. Okay. This 5 steps here we are going to discuss. Create a main method. After creating a main method, what is our first step? What is our first step? We need to load the driver, right? This is our first step. If you want to load the driver by using class.forName, class.forName. See here, actually class is a predefined class. In that class we are having predefined method forName. By using that forName we are going to load the driver. Okay. So what is our database here we are using? Our database here is MySQL database. That MySQL driver we need to define here. So this driver name we can get from Google, or the driver name is com.mysql.jdbc.driver. Okay. So what thing you need to remember here is compulsory whenever you are working with a particular database, that database related jar file to we need to add to our application. Okay. Here we are using MySQL database, right? For that MySQL database there will be having one jar file. That jar file we need to add to our application. If you don't have the jar file, then automatically we'll be getting class not found exception. That means what I am saying here is, if you don't have the jar file, we may get class not found exception. Okay, there may be a chance of rising class not found exception if you don't add the jar file. Okay.
Driver spelling is wrong there.
Oh yes, driver spelling is wrong. Okay. So if you are working with MySQL database, MySQL jar file we need to add. If you don't add the jar file, you will be getting what? Class not found exception. Now, what is the second step? Second step is what? Create connection. How to create a connection? Connection. Okay, connection con is equal to, see here, connection is an interface. Connection is a interface. We cannot use interface directly, we cannot create object, right? So if you observe enumeration, iterator and list iterator, all those are interfaces. If you want to call that interfaces, you need to take the help of some method of another class, right? Did you remember? C enumeration E is equal to V dot elements. V is a vector object.
Vector object, right?
Here also, if you want to call connection, we need to take the help of driver manager. Driver manager is one of the predefined class. Driver manager dot get connection. This is one of the predefined method. Okay. If you want to work with connection, we need to take the help of get connection method of driver manager class. So
Right.
to communicate your application with the database, we need three things. For every database, there will be having one URL, one username, and password. Yes or no?
Right.
We are having three things. Okay. So now here I'm going to give URL. Before that, so for example, if there is any kind of SQL exception, it is going to throw. We need to throw these two exceptions while working with any database connection. Okay.
Right.
What are the two things? One is class not found exception. Second one is SQL exception. Okay. Now, next thing is we need to give the URL here. So JDBC column, MySQL column, local host. See here, what I'm taking here, local host. In real time environment, they will be giving the server IP address.
Right.
Username and password also they are going to provide. We don't need to bother about those things. Okay. Localhost column port number is same for everything. 3306 is the default port number for MySQL database. Okay. This localhost they are going to provide IP address. Next, MadhuDB. MadhuDB is my database name. The database name also they are going to provide. Okay. Now, what is the username? Root. Root is the default username for MySQL database, and password means whenever you are installing any database, if you give any password, that password you need to give. Otherwise, we don't need to bother about that. So while installing my database, I have not given any password. That's why here I'm leaving it as empty. Clear? Any doubts? This is the second step. First one is we need to load the driver. See, even if you want to create a table or to insert the data or to update the data, to delete the data, for retrieving the data, these two steps are common.
Common, right.
Okay, we need to load the driver and we need to create connection object. Third one is what? In order to execute the queries, we are having a statement object. First we need to create a
Statement.
third one is
Statement.
statement object. You need to create what? Statement object. How to create a statement object? Statement stmt is equal to con dot create statement. Okay. If you want to create a statement object, see here what is statement is an interface. If you want to work with this interface, we need to take the help of create statement method of connection interface. Okay, connection we are having one reference, right? By using that reference, I'm calling here create statement. Okay. First one is loading the driver, then create the connection, then create statement object. Fourth one is what? We need to execute the queries, right? That's it.
Right.
Execute
Query.
execute the.
Connection.
So for example, the basic thing is what? Here I want to create a table. Okay. I want to create a table. How to create a table? String some s1 is equal to, I'm creating one string. I'm storing the table into the particular string.
Right. Okay.
So you know how to create a table, right? Create table emp 111. Okay. Here I'm going to give some fields. ID space namespace varchar of 256 address space
Right. Kind of.
varchar of 256. Okay. And after creating a table, compulsory we need to update. Okay. Whenever you are using execute update method, then only table is going to be created. Otherwise, the table will not be created. Okay.
Okay.
stmt in interface we are having a predefined method called execute update, By using that execute update only, we are going to insert the data. Okay, by using execute update only, we are going to insert the data. Xcmt dot execute. See here, automatic Eclipse is generating. We need to know how we are going to work with Eclipse IDE. Okay, of S1, we are updating what? The table you have stored in S1 only, right? That's it. What is the final step? We need to close the connection, right? Simple thing. We're having a predefined method called close method. Close the connection. How to close? Save it. So here I'm going to do something for better understanding. System.out.println of just if it printed successfully, then automatically table is going to be created in database. Otherwise, we'll be getting some exception. So what are the 5 steps to communicate our application with database? We need to load the driver, create a connection, create a statement object,
Execute queries.
execute the queries, and close the connection. Okay, can I run this one now? If you run this, what I'm getting here, java.lang.class.exception com.mysql.database.driver. That means what? You are going to communicate our application with MySQL database, but you didn't add that database related jar file. First we need to add the dependency to our application, then only you can work with these things. Okay, I said right? If you don't add the jar, did we add the jar file? No, right?
No.
So we need to download the jar file from Google. Just go to the Google. Okay, here MySQL connector jar download. Okay, click on this one. Automatically the jar file is going to be downloaded. So okay, here we are having the jar file, right? This zip file we need to download. Okay, if you
Yes, sir.
if you download this zip file, inside the zip file there will be one jar file. That jar file we need to add to our application. Okay, now right click, show in folder, cut this. What happened? Download. Just cut this one, and I'm going to paste in desktop. Right click on your project, extract here. Okay, this is what the jar file we need to add to our application. Okay, so I have copied the jar file, I have copied the zip file in desktop, and then I have extracted it. After extracting it, how to add the jar file to our application? See, observe here, right click on your project, build path, configure build path. Okay, here in libraries we'll be having add external jars. Okay, add external jars. Where is that our jar file? In desktop we are having, right? In desktop, this is what our jar file, right? Double click on this, automatically it will be added. Click on OK. Understood how to add?
Yeah.
Right click on your project, build path, configure build path, libraries, add external jars, give that location. So where is that? In desktop, right? Now click on OK. I'm going to clear. Again I'm going to run this sample. See here now, table created successfully. Now we'll go and check in database. Okay, in the database we'll check. What is our table name here? Table name is what? EMP111. See here, MySQL console. Okay, first we need to check the databases, right? What is our database name? What we have given there? MadhuDB I have given, right?
Database. Yeah.
Give. This is what our database name. After that, inside this we need to check the table, right?
Table, right.
So
Table. Okay.
what's the table name? EMP.
Table 1.
Okay. Now next one is what? We need to check the fields. EMP111. These are the fields I have given, right? We can give a number of fields. Based on our requirement, we are going to give the fields. Select star from EMP111. There is no data.
Right.
Okay. So like this, we need to create a table. Now I'll explain you how we are going to insert the data. Okay, how to insert the data. So for this basic example, I'm going to create a separate table for each and everything. Okay, now you need to tell the basic steps, how we are going to load the driver, all those things. I'm going to create okay, so I want to insert the data into that emp11 table. What is our first step? Class dot for name of, you need to get here itself.
Okay.
Okay, com dot mysql dot jdbc dot driver, right? Second step is what? Create connection, right? Connection
Right.
con is equal to, tell me, driver manager dot get connection of url, username,
Password.
password, right? So what is the url? jdbc column mysql column
MySQL
double slash
30.
localhost column 3306 slash model
Right.
root.
Root.
Okay, there is no password. First we need to throw these exceptions, right? Add throws declaration, and here also we can throw declaration, or else we can use try or catch block. Inside the catch block also we can write these things, class not found exception E and SQL exception E. No issues.
Okay.
And what is the next step? We need to create statement object, right?
Statement.
X statement stmt is equal to con dot create statement. Okay, then next one is what? Table string. We need to create a table. Already we have table right now. String s1 is equal to, how to insert the data? Insert into emp111 values of, first one is what? ID, right? I'm giving 101. Name we need to give in single quotations, and next one is address. I would like to give Hyderabad. Next, what we need to do? We need to use what?
Good.
Execute update, right? Execute update stmt dot execute update of s1. Mainly you need to close the connection. On dot close. Save it. Here I'm going to take one println statement. Okay. If I run this, inserted successfully. What I did, the basic steps are common, right? For loading the driver, creating connection, statement object is common. Just I have did what? Only inserting the data. Just go to the database, select star from emp111. Readouts, automatically it is inserted. Now you know how to create a table by using Java. You know how to insert the data by using Java. Now I'm going to explain you. Here the address I have taken Hyderabad, right? I want to change into Chennai. Update data. Now here host column 3306 slash month.
Root. No password.
Right, there is no password. Next one is what? Statement stmt is equal to con dot create statement. Okay, what happened here? Yes. Now throw class not found exception, throw SQL exception. Okay, no, we need to update, right? Take one string double slash
Localhost
column 3306 slash month.
Root. No password.
Right, there is no password. Next one is what? Statement stmt is equal to con dot create statement. Okay, what happened here? Yes. Now throw class not found exception, throw SQL exception. What's the table name? EMP111. Okay. Set.
Right.
What we need to change? Address, right? Address is equal to within the
Hyderabad.
single quotes
Chennai.
Chennai. So based on by taking where condition, where ID.
Okay.
What's the table name? ID is what? 101, right? 101.
Yeah.
After that, compulsory we need to use execute update method. If you don't use execute update method, whatever it may be, either it may be a JDBC or servlets or JSP or Hibernate or Spring, compulsory after inserting the data, after doing some query, compulsory we need to update this one. Otherwise, it won't be inserted. Okay, it won't be updated into the database.
Like it's like commit.
Of course, it's like commit. In Hibernate, we are going to use commit. Here, we are going to use execute update method. That's it. stmt
Okay.
dot execute update of s1. Okay. Now, system.out.println of here I'm going to take updated successfully. Save it and run it. Updated successfully. Now we need to get there Chennai. Just check here. Now it is Chennai, right? Like this way. So if you observe one thing, only we are doing modification only within single line. Remaining all these things are common. Okay, and there will be a very slight difference in reading the data also. Okay, so either whatever it may be, any CUD operation. CUD operations means what? What is CUD operations? We are going to by using Java database, by using JDBC or by using database. Any database, we are going to perform CUD operations. CURD. Database means only 4. C stands for
Create,
create,
update.
update, retrieve.
That.
D stands for delete. Okay. So to perform any CUD operations, first we need to communicate with the database. That means what? We need to load the driver. We need to create connection object. We need to create statement object. Those three things are common. Okay. And basically, other than retrieve, remaining all the things are same steps we are going to use. For retrieving the data, there is a separate scenario. Okay. So update is clear, right? These 3 steps are common, right? I'll explain you
Yeah.
about delete also. Then we'll go for batch processing. Then we'll go for how to retrieve the data. Okay. Just delete also same thing. Right click on your package, new class, like delete data. Finish. Now here I'm going to create a main method. Inside this main method I'm going to use class.forName of form dot mysql dot jdbc dot driver. What is the next step?
Connection.
Connection.
Con.
Connection con is equal to driver mapping dot
Get connection.
get connection of URL,
JDBC.
username, and then
Pass.
password. Okay, then we need to create what? Statement object.
Yeah. Statement stmt. Connection dot create statement.
Dot create statement. Then we need to create a string, right? String s1 is equal to what I want to do. I want to delete. Yes or no?
Yeah.
1 minute. First throw these exceptions. Add throws declaration. So we can delete in 2 ways. If you want to delete the entire data, just you can take like this. Delete from EMP111. Okay. Entire data is going to be deleted. If you want to delete particular record, just you can take like this.
Where? Okay.
Where condition. Where ID is equal to 11.
1
Okay. stmt dot
close.
execute up. First we need to update, right? Then we need to close the connection. Con dot close. Run it. What happened? Sorry, ID is what? 101, right? So it is throwing SQL
Yeah.
exception. And here I'm going to take one SOP statement. Save it. Done it. JDBC column
MySQL.
colon double slash
Lost.
localhost colon 3306 slash model and
Root.
put. Okay.
Yeah, not.
Save it and run it. Deleted successfully. There is no data. Automatically it is reflected in database. Create, insert, update and delete. We have completed 4 things. Okay. Actually we need to know how to read the data from database. Before reading data, I'm going to show you how we are going to insert multiple records at a same time. Okay.
Right.
How to insert multiple records at a same time. Now see here, right click on your package. So if you want to insert multiple records, we are going to use a concept called batch processing. Okay. Basically, now what we are doing, every time we are going to create a new string and we are updating the string, right? So instead of doing like that, we are having a concept called batch processing. We are having a concept called batch processing. So what is the use of batch processing? So here we are having some predefined methods. One is add batch method. One is add batch method, and the next one is execute batch method. Basically, we have 2 methods. One is add batch, and second one is execute batch method. Okay, these 2 methods. So how we are going to work with these things? So whatever it may be, either it may be batch processing or any functionality, any transaction if you want to perform. First, basic steps are common, right? To communicate our application with database. Compulsory we need to load the driver. Compulsory we need to create connection object. Yes or no?
Yes.
So right click, new class.
Okay.
So here I'm going to take batch processing concept.
Right.
Finish. So basic thing here I'm explaining. Create a main method. Just I'm showing you practically. I'm not explaining any theoretical part here. First basic thing is what we need to load the driver. Yes or no? How to load the driver? By using class.forName, right?
For
Com dot mysql
my
dot
JDBC
jdbc
dot
dot. Second step is what? Create connection object.
connection.com
Driver manager dot
get connection
get connection of. First one is for URL,
JDBC
username, and third one is password.
pass
What is the URL here?
JDBC dot
jdbc colon mysql colon slash
localhost number
localhost colon
3306
3306 slash motherdb
DB root.
root. Okay. First we'll throw the exceptions. Throw declaration. Here also throw declaration. Okay. This step is also common.
Statement
Statement object. Statement stmt is equal to con dot.
conduct create statement.
Okay. After that, so till now what we did, we have created a string and then we are going to insert the data. So what I'm going to do is, in this statement object we are having a predefined method called add batch. Okay. In statement interface we are having a predefined method called add batch. Like this we can insert the data directly. Insert into, what is the table name? EMP111, right? This
Yeah.
is our table name. Values of
What will be the extension of this table?
what?
What will be the extension of this table?
I didn't get you. Extension.
Yeah.
Extension means
Yeah, dot. Like, what is the extension name of the table?
I didn't get you. Extension means what?
Like, dot dbf.
Dot dbf. No,
that dot is
actually, if you want
this data. If this table has an database, they have an extension name, right?
complete table name, we are going to take database name. Actually, I didn't get you. When we are going to take dot means, for example, here, you are working in a particular database, but if you want to read the data from another database, another table, then what we are going to do is database name dot table name we are going to take. Select a star from, for example, my database name is some demo db. So what we are going to take? Select star from demo db dot table name we are going to take. Here we
Yeah,
are
here
we
demo,
already here we have taken the database name, right? Just we need
right,
to put the table name. That's it. Okay. If you are working directly on database, then your scenario is correct. Okay. So here we need to follow a proper procedure. So here we need to give that one. Okay. Now
these database files don't have extensions.
here we don't have any extensions. Directly in database we can perform extensions. Okay. Like this, now we are going to insert the data 101 and Madhu and address Hyderabad. Okay. So by using this add batch method, we can add n number of records. Okay. So like this, we are going to work with. We are going to add all the records.
ఇది డైరెక్ట్ ఎక్సెల్ నుంచి ఇంపోర్ట్ చేయడానికి ఎట్లా అవుద్దా?
చేసుకోవచ్చండి మనం, దానికి సపరేట్ కోడింగ్ ఉంటుంది. సో ఇక్కడ నుంచి మనం ఏం చేస్తాం, డేటాబేస్లో స్టోర్ చేస్తాం. డేటాబేస్ నుంచి రీడ్ చేసుకుని కావాలంటే ఎక్సెల్లో ఎలాగైనా స్టోర్ చేసుకో. Okay. After adding all the records, if you want to add multiple records instead of every time, instead of using execute update, instead of creating every time string, we can take like this. After adding the records, just we are going to use stmt dot. If you want to execute this one, we are having a predefined method called execute batch. Save it. System dot మళ్ళీ అవుతుంటే దేర్ మే బి సమ్ అదర్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్. ఓకే. సో ఈ ఫైల్ వచ్చేసి ఇప్పుడు యాజ్ ఆఫ్ నౌ రిమూవ్ చేసేస్తాను. లేకుండా అంటే దీన్ని కట్ చేసి పేస్ట్ చేసి just we are using these two methods. One is add batch method, second one is execute batch method. Save it and run it. Automatically all the records are going to be inserted in database. Just go to the database and run this one. Inserted successfully, right? Okay. Clear? If you want to insert multiple records, we are going to work with batch processing concept. Just we have used two predefined methods of statement interface, nothing more than that here. Clear, right? In statement interface, we are having these two methods. One is add batch method and second one is execute batch method. Remain things are common. And one more concept we need to know is how to read the data from database. Okay, by using Java program, whatever the data we are having in database, we need to read the data. How to read the data? Just now observe carefully. For this purpose, we are having some extra interfaces. We are having a predefined interface called result set. By using that result set, we are going to read the data. The new class result set demo. Click on finish. Create a main method. Inside this main method, what is the first step? We need to load the driver using class.forName.
com.mysql
com.mysql.jdbc.driver create connection
connection
object
call
con
to new
driver
driver man get
URL
connection.
username and next one is password, right? Next one is what? Statement object. Statement stmt is equal to con dot
Create it.
create statement. Till now everything is fine. Then we need to read the data, right? If you want to read the data, we are having a predefined interface called result set. Okay, so we are having a very small thing. If you want to read the data in JDBC, we are having a predefined interface called result set. Result set rs is equal to stmt dot execute query of. Okay, see here, result set is an interface. If you want to read data from database, we are going to use result set. Okay, now see here, which is usually generated by executing a statement that queries the database. Means database, if you want to read the data from database, we are going to use result set. And one more thing, till now we have used what? Execute update method, right? Everywhere if you want to update the
Right.
data in database, we have used execute update. But whenever we are trying to retrieve the data from database, we are going to use execute query. Here we need to write the select star from. If you want to read the entire data, select a star from employee 1 to 1. Particular record, if you want to read, you know it again by using where condition. Okay, same thing here also. Now, we don't know how many records we're having in database, right? We may have 10
Right.
records, 100 records, or 1000 records. While of rs dot next. While of rs dot next. Save it. Now, system.out.println of. Okay, here we're having two ways to read the data. rs dot get string of, directly we can give the column index like first column, second column and third column, or else we can give the field names also. There we are having some fields right here, id, name and address, those things also
Yeah.
simply we can give like this: 1 plus again plus, means I want all single state after getting the id. Okay, rs dot get string of 2 plus.
Okay. Okay.
So if you have 10 columns, you can take like this: rs dot get string of 3. Okay, that's it, nothing more than that. If you run this, automatically you'll be getting all what happened. Still exception. Unknown database Madhu. 1 minute. Sorry, our database name is what? MadhuDB, right? Save it.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Enter data. Clear? Like this, we are going to read that. And going to take system.println of. See here, whenever I'm taking system.println in console, we are going to get. Okay. Now save it and run it. Okay, now any doubts how to read the data? Just
No.
we need to use a predefined interface called result set. By using result set interface, we are going to read the data. That's it. Observe the example one. Basic two steps are common. So what we have did here, one more step is what? Result set. Okay.
Results.
Result set
Right.
is an interface which is used to read the data from database in Java database. So the same concept we are going to use in Solids and JSP also. In Hibernate and Spring, again we will be having some different classes and interfaces to read the data. In JDBC, we are going to use the result set. Okay. For example, you are trying to log into your Facebook or Gmail, right? How you are going to log in? Your data is there in database, right? Yes or no? First you have registered in database. You will be using Facebook and Gmail everything, right?
Right.
So how you are going to use? First you have registered, then only you are trying to log in, and then you are going to use those Gmail or Facebook or whatever it may be. Okay. So your data is stored in database. If you are trying to log in internally, it is going to use result set interface. Okay, it is checking whether the data given by you and whether the data given in database both are same or not. If the data is same, then only you are going to log into your application. Otherwise, you cannot log into your application, right?
Right.
So in that scenario also, we are going to use result set. Even I'm going to explain. I'll explain you some scenarios like login and registration by using database, those things. Then you'll be getting these things in servlets. Either in JSP also we are going to use. So one more concept we are having, that is prepared statement. Okay. Other than this, these are the common and the most important concepts in JDBC. One more last important concept is prepared statement. We are having two more concepts: result set metadata and database metadata. That is of no use. Of course, we are not going to use anywhere. But prepared statement is one of the important concepts in JDBC. Okay. So basically, in web application development, actually, if you want to insert the data dynamically, for that purpose, we are going to use prepare statement. Write down here difference between statement and prepare statement. Difference between statement and a prepared statement. Till now, we have used statement interface, right? Till now,
Right.
we have used what? Statement interface. Now, here I'm going to explain you prepared statement.
Prepared.
By using statement interface, we insert the data statically. Okay. By using statically means what? We are giving the data in the class, right? By using statement interface, we insert the data, into database.
It's like
And
user defined.
yeah, we are giving the data.
Right.
But prepare statement, if you want to insert the data dynamically into the database, then we are going to use prepare statement. Prepare the statement. Okay. By using prepare statement, we insert the data into database
Dynamically.
dynamically. Okay. So I'll show you now how we are going to insert the data dynamically. Till now everything is clear, right? Of course, we have gone somewhat fastly, but you got some idea, right? How we are going to work with database.
Yeah.
So and we have some these things also, like NoSQL database also we are having, like MongoDB, those kind of things. I'll take on separate session. I think you have in your requirement you have MongoDB also, right? So next week we'll take for one day we'll take for MongoDB. Okay. So why we are going for MongoDB? Why not this structured database? That is a NoSQL database, right? There is no proper structure for MongoDB. I'll explain those things. One complete session for MongoDB, that would be fine. Okay. Means you should have some. We should get some basic idea on each and every concept. Here we are writing the queries, right? In MongoDB, we are not going to write even a single query. There will be having some predefined methods for everything. If you want to insert the data, they have given a predefined method called insert. If you want to update, they have given update method. That is the advantage of MongoDB, and we can insert any kind of data into the MongoDB. MongoDB means what? It is a big data related thing. You know Hadoop, right? Such kind of things. Whenever you are storing a bigger data, then we are going to use MongoDB instead of this MySQL and Oracle. Okay. We'll discuss those things. Now we'll discuss about prepare statement. We'll discuss about prepared statement demo. Click on finish. Create a main method. Now basically first, so the basic steps are common, right? We need to
Connection.
class dot
Loop.
for name of Dist, com dot
Driver.
mysql dot jdbc dot driver. Then
Connection.com.
we need to create connection object. Connection con is equal to driver
Driver
man
one.
dot
The object.
get connection of first one is URL, next one is username, and the third one is password.
Password.
Okay. Now first we'll throw these exceptions. So today are you free? Oh, it's late night, right, for you, I think. Localhost colon 3306 slash madhudb. Here root, there is no password, right? Fine. Next, so what I'm saying here, in the place of statement interface, we are going to use prepare statement, right? So
Right.
prepare statement stmt is equal to con dot. So if you are working with statement, you need to take statement stmt is equal to con dot create statement, right? Here we need to take prepare statement.
Prepares. Okay.
Right. Con dot prepare statement of, here we need to write the query. Okay, so basically when we are going to use this prepare statement is, if you want to insert the data dynamically means
Dynamic.
what, we are going to get the data from registration form. From some particular form we are going to get the data. In that present scenario we don't have any form, right? Basically like this we are going to take insert into what happened, insert into emp 111 values of, what happened, why we are getting this exception,
Prepared spelling. Prepared spelling.
prepare statement.
D is missing.
No,
Pre-
the issue is here the package is imported com.mysql.jdbc. It should not be imported. Compulsory you should take java.sql.prepare statement only. I am deleting this one. Okay. See, observe here. Here we have, right, this package we have imported. That's why we are getting an issue. But we need to import java.sql package. Clear?
Okay. Okay.
So what happens? Sorry. stmt is equal to con dot. We don't need all these things. Just we want to insert the data dynamically. So here I'm going to take one string. Okay, we need to take java.sql. We should not take this one. Now
Like here it is prepared and you wrote here not prepare. Is that okay?
prepare statement is an interface. Sorry, prepare statement is a method. Okay, if you want to work with prepare statement, automatically that package need to be imported. Why it is not importing? Import java.sql dot start. So whenever you are taking java.sql dot start, automatically all the packages is going to be imported. No need of this thing also. Okay. Now see here, prepare statement is a method, prepare statement is an interface. Okay. Now insert into emp
111.
values of, totally how many fields we are having, 3 fields, right?
3.
Like this we need to take parameters we need to pass. Okay, actually this data we are going to get from user registration form. There is no form, right? That's why. Okay, stmt dot set string of 1 Okay, in the first column I want to pass some values. Basically here there is no registration form, right? That's why here I'm going to give directly. Okay, but we are going to get this data from where? Registration form.
This is
This is not related to web, right? That's why I'm giving the data directly. Okay, stmt dot set string of, in the second column I want to give some other data like Sidhu stmt dot set string of 3 Hyderabad. Okay, now observe here how what I'm doing. Int I is equal to, basically whenever we declare a variable, the default value is what?
0.
0, right? Now int I is equal to stmt dot int I is equal to stmt dot execute update. That means what? Then if the record inserted successfully, automatically the value of I is incremented by 1.
1. Okay.
Okay, so some meaningful logic I'm writing here, nothing more than that. Okay, so if I is greater than 0, basically the value of I is what? 1, right?
0.
So basically the value of I is 0. If
Yeah.
if the record inserted successfully, the value of I is 1.
1. Right.
Okay, now see here, if the value of I is greater than 0, system dot out dot println of inserted save it. Okay, understood these two logics? Int I, somewhat meaningfully I'm writing. Okay, save it and run it. Okay, like this we are going to work with prepare statement. Now here 120 Sidhu and Hyderabad. See here, 120 Sidhu and Hyderabad. Clear? You got some idea now?
Right.
Okay, basically here also we have inserted the data statically only, right? We have given the data in the class. Why? Because there is no registration form, right?
Right.
That's why I have taken like this. Okay, now next thing is we are having two more concepts, small concepts: result set metadata and database metadata. Means if you want to know the information of a particular table, okay, so how many rows you are having, like what is the row name, what is the column name, which kind of data type it is using. If you want to know these things, means you know metadata, right? Metadata means what? Data about data.
Data about data. Yeah.
Yes, result set that meta. You know what is result set, right? What is the use of result set? To read the data from particular table.
Particular table. Right.
Yes, if you know if you want to know the information of a particular table, then we are going to use result set metadata.
Result. Okay.
Okay, we are going to use result set metadata. Now see here, two more concepts we are having, that is result set metadata and database metadata. If you want to know the information of a database, then we can use database metadata. If you want to know the information of a particular table, then we are going to use result set metadata. Okay, now observe here, one is result set metadata and second one is database metadata. So what is the use of result set metadata? To know the information of a table. If you
Yes.
want to know the information of a database, we are going to use database metadata.
Data metadata.
If you want to know the information, if you want to know the table information, result set metadata. If you want to know the information of database, if you want database information, then database metadata. Database
Yes.
information, then we are going to use database metadata. Okay,
Right.
now I'll explain you how we are going to work with result set metadata. Basically, new class result set metadata demo. Don't give the predefined class name or and user defined class name, both are same. Okay, if you create an object, by default it will take it as user defined. You won't get that extra functionality. Now load the driver. Sorry, first create main. First, what is the first step? You need to communicate with the database, right?
Class dot for name.
Class dot for name of, give the driver name. Com dot mysql dot jdbc dot driver. Next one is what? Create connection object.
connection dot
Com is equal to
driver manager dot get connection.
driver manager dot get connection of URL, username and password. JDBC column mysql column / localhost column 3306 / madhurdb root. Okay, now
Yeah.
see here, throws declaration. Here also throw the declaration. Okay, now first take the statement also. Statement stmt is equal to con dot create statement. So first basically we need to know the table name also, right?
Right.
Or no? Okay, now con dot create statement. Here I'm going to take result set. Yes or no? Result set.
Yeah.
rs is equal to stmt dot execute query of, take the table name here. Okay, select. We are not going to use anything these things in real time, but you need to know. Okay, how if you want to know the information of a particular table, select a star from, means if you don't have access to database, okay, then by using Java program we can work. Select a star from, emp111. Okay, now
Yeah.
then, so you want to get the information, right? We are having a predefined interface called result set metadata. Result set metadata rsmd is equal to
New.
rs dot get metadata. Okay, so if you want to work with result set metadata, I think this could be wrong. What happened? That means it is wrong. Here we need to take java dot sql. Yes, automatically it will be here, right? So okay, compulsory we need to take everything from java.sql package.
Right.
Java.sql package. Okay, now we are having some predefined methods. If you want to know total how many columns, everything, see here. System.out.println of, if you want to know, okay, see first. rsmd dot get column count. So
Okay.
the name itself we are having, right? What is that? Total columns.
Total. Okay.
So everything we have given predefined methods, we are going to work with that. Okay, save it. Now again rsmd dot get column type of int column. For example, second column type you need. Okay, second column is what? There name, right? That type is
Right.
what? Varchar.
Barker.
Check.
Yes, Barker.
We'll see. Int column.
Int is the first column, right?
No, actually I'm seeing that what is the column type? Int column retrieves the designation columns SQL type if a database error occurs. Okay, you'll see this one. I'll keep this one in comment. rsmd dot get table name of into column. So here we'll be having some predefined methods. That predefined methods, by using that predefined methods, we are going to get the data. So our table name is what? EMP111. Okay. Next. So get column type name we'll be having. Actually, not get column type. If you want to see here, system to println of rsmd dot get column type name we have, right? For example, if you take 2 now, if you check this, now it is varchar. Okay. Get column type name is one of the predefined method.
Okay.
If you want to get the column name also, we have get column name. rsmd dot get column name. For example, if you want to get third column name is what? Address, right? Automatically we'll be getting like this. We may have n number of columns, right? In that scenario, we are going to use this kind of things instead of everything checking in database. Directly we can just search from Java. Okay, clear? So like this, if you
Yeah.
want to get the table information, then we are going to work with result set metadata. Fine. So not get column type, take the get column type name. Now, if you want to get the table information, we are going to result set metadata. If you want to get the database information, we are going to use what? Database metadata. New class. This is little bit easy. 1 minute. Database metadata demo. Database metadata demo. Click on finish. Now create a main method. Inside this main method, take the driver name,
Class start for name.
class dot for name of com dot mysql dot jdbc dot driver. Next, second one is what? We need to create connection object. Connection con is equal to driver manager dot get connection of URL, username, and then password.
JDBC.
Throw declaration here also. Throw SQL exception. Take the URL JDBC column, MySQL column, double slash
Localhost
localhost column
3306.
3306 slash madhurdb, right? Then
Root.
root and then password. There is no password, right? Now
Right.
we need to get database information, so there is no use of statement. Statement is for executing the queries, right? Here we are
Yeah.
discussing about database. So take the database directly. Database metadata. Okay. dbmd is equal to get metadata. Directly con dot get metadata we can take. You want to get the information of database, right? So we can take con dot get metadata. So database information system dot run of dbmd dot get database product name. Product name is what? MySQL, right? That is what the product name. dbmd dot get database product version. I think product version is 5 now. 5.1.36. Okay, like this. If you want to get the database information, we are going to use database metadata.
Metadata. Right.
dbmd dot get database product version completed, right? dbmd dot major version and minor versions are there. See, if you want to get the URL, what is the URL? JDBC column MySQL column double slash MotherDB. This is what our URL, right?
Right.
Similarly, if you want to get the username, dbmd dot get username. Username is what? Root. Root is the rate of localhost. If you are using IP address, you will be getting the IP address also. And major version, minor version are there, right? dbmd dot get database major version, and if you want to get major version means current version, minor version means starting version, minor means
Okay.
dbmd dot get database minor version. Like this we are going to work with database metadata. Okay, minor version means initially they have started with 1, now current version is what, 5. Clear? Now did you observe the difference between result set metadata and database metadata?
Yeah.
Like this we are going to work. This is all about JDBC, Java Database Connectivity. This all, everything is important concept.
JDB.
Okay, these things again we are going to apply in servlets, JSP, everywhere. But one thing what you need to observe here is, here everything, so in JDBC, servlets and JSP, everything we are going to write inside the classes, right? But when it comes to frameworks like Spring and Hibernate, we are not going to write even a single line of these things in like driver name, URL, username, password. These things we are not going to write inside the classes. We are going to write inside the XML file. Those XML files we are going to use. Okay, this is what the difference between this JDBC and frameworks. Clear?
Yep.